this episode of America Mountain Mastiff, in this episode of America Mountain Mastiff, I got Copper Simba Thanos sitting here. Yesterday they got punished because they wouldn't sit down and wait for their food until the puppies ate. Because I got to show the puppies this is the way you eat. Everybody don't just gang up and just eat crazy. So this is what I'm sitting there showing you. This is consistency. This is discipline. I got all three males. They're intact. It's not going to be no fighting. There's not going to be no barking. They're going to wait here. I'm going to dump the food. They're going to eat. I tell people, it's nothing about sitting there, my dog is this, my dog is that. It's common sense now, people. You get sick from eating chemicals, your dog gonna get sick from eating chemicals. Since when was the last time you heard of dogs actually having the same diseases as people? The only reason they're having it is because of the chemicals. And the dog food people know this, and the vet knows this, and the dentist office knows this. But the only people that don't know this is the people that love their dogs. Because these people that I'm sitting there telling you about, they don't love your dogs, period. Because if they did, they would tell you the correct thing to feed your dog. But if they tell you the correct thing to feed your dog, guess what? They're not gonna make no money because your dog is never gonna get sick. Your dog gonna die of old ages and natural causes just like a person if they sit there and do it. The reason they sit there, and once again, the reason they sit there and they don't eat for a couple of days is because it's called fasting. When your body get rid of all the toxins and poisons out of your body. Copper, over here and sit, right here. Come here, Copper. Right here and sit. Didn't I tell you that yesterday? You want to keep moving? You want to go back in the house? You better sit there. But that's just like I sit there and tell people, your food has to have time to digest. Push all the empty waste and all the different toxins and stuff out of your body. As it does that, your body gonna be metabolizing. You're gonna get leaner, you're gonna get smaller, you're gonna get toner. That's what your dog's supposed to get. Your dog don't supposed to be overweight and all this weight around the chest and the belly and everything else looking just like a person. My dog's on a diet. I never heard of that. My dog's on a diet. My dog can't eat chicken, or I have to cook my food before the dog eats it. That's nonsense. 100% nonsense, because if your dog got loose right now and you couldn't find it for a couple of days, guess what your dog will be eating? Whatever it catch. So if for people to sit there and say, well, my dog need to eat cooked food, you're cooking all the nutrients out of it. Where's the nutrients at? You still thinking like a person instead of thinking like an animal. Think like an animal, not like a person. It's separating yourself. Yes, you love your animal, but you are not doing everything that you're supposed to do to take care of your animal, because first of all, it starts with what you put in your mouth. If you have no discipline about what you put in your mouth, your dog does not have no discipline. If you're not doing research, who else is gonna do the research? I've been sitting here running off at the mouth. These dogs haven't ate for 6 days. 6 days. They ain't rushing the food. They ain't tearing it up. Copper, Simba, they're 7 years old. All of their siblings still living. Out of the 52 puppies that I had sold over the last year, over the last 10 years, only one of them. And that's from neglect of owner. But other than that, all my puppies still living. So I'm getting ready to feed them, and enough talking. Told you, abs are made in the kitchen. Fasting, this is what fasting does. Eat correctly, and it'll show. These are the results of what a healthy body and healthy dogs look like. 100%, stay. Sit and stay. Sit and stay. I said stay. Stay. Stay.